I think series 1 was an experiment. We were trying stuff out. Some of it worked, some of it didn't. Series 2, we were a bit more sure of ourselves. The characters were growing into themselves a little bit. This series, I could be wrong, but I think we might have 4 real crackers and 2 ones that are just very good, you know? And that's pretty strong, because I think this might be the series where people start sitting up and paying attention to it. And it's great that to do that, to have a good series for when people are starting to pay attention.
We need to get out of here, okay? We do not want to get mixed up in this. Oof. What are we going to do now?
Quick! Get away, you bloody cook!
Okay, let's go.
Because I wrote it, I'm really the only one who's got the whole script in my head like a kind of tune, you know. And I know that, you know, if something is like, I know when the tune is off slightly, and I'm the only one who knows that, and so I might get them to do it again and again until it sounds right. In the script, it's pointed it out ever since someone pointed it out, but I think mentioned it's fine. Sometimes other people can't really tell. You know, what that tune is, and that's basically why I'm so hands-on, you know, because it's very hard for other people to come along and know exactly how a thing should be filmed. The lonely director. It's why I started directing myself, was just because I had so many bad experiences with handing over a script and then watching it on TV and thinking, wow, they didn't understand the first thing about how to do this. Perfect. Thank you very much. What a great time. We have a studio director who's also our producer, Richard Bowden, and he is navigating from the gallery while I'm downstairs on the floor, having a look at it too, and speaking to the actors and giving them performance notes and just making sure that everything is okay from my point of view.
Thanks very much. We are recording. Stand by. Here we go then. In 3, 2, 1, action.
Ah, I've discovered something.
Exactly, yes.
But what have I discovered?
It doesn't matter.
I think it does a bit, actually.
Okay, you have discovered nuclear bombs.
In a beaker.
You're right, it's surprising. So give me surprised. Yeah, that's it. And it's confusing. Yes, you're confused. And you are afraid of the consequences of the discovery. Give me fear. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
During the pre-record day, I tend to, if I can see something's going the wrong way, I'll shout cut. But generally, I try and not get in Richard's way and let him take care of all that. But we're fairly, you know, Richard's great because he doesn't mind my voice in his ear, asking him questions, you know, raising worries and stuff like that. I normally have only about 1 or 2 things that I need done differently.
Nice. Good. That's good.
And this is Chris intruding on Chris's mind later on. So could you go, shh, and really just forget the idea that it's the real thing. It's just purely sexual. Sure. There's a thing called a well-lit cup, which is the you know, the idea behind that is the director who spends hours getting the right shot of a cup, you know, making sure the light shines on it in the right way and all this sort of thing, turning it, and you know, and then you find out you've no time to shoot the, you know, helicopter action sequence at the end of the day. That's kind of what it's like. I tend to spend a lot of time on the first scene, making sure the comedy's right, and then I never have time for anything else. So I got to keep reminding myself that sometimes, you know, even though you don't get 100% right, you've got to keep going and you know, put it down to, it's just one of those things, you know.
That was my favourite take.
That was a great take. I don't think I've ever made it to series 4 of anything because I tend to either bail or you know, my thing is I don't want people to get bored of the show and stop watching before, you know. I Father Ted, we hit the ground running on Father Ted. The first series was pretty good. you know, and so by 3 series we'd really done everything we'd set out to do. I didn't really hit the ground running on the IT Crowd. It took me 1 or 2 series to kind of find my feet, and I think that I can keep going for a while until we get 1 or 2 more good series under my belt. So I don't think this will be the last series. I think we're gonna there's gonna be another one behind this. I wrote one idea down the other day, and it made me laugh out loud. You know, so you know, if the characters are making you laugh out loud still, then you've got to keep going.
I don't think I've ever looked in this drawer. Wow, a gun!
The show is about geeks, but it's not necessarily for geeks. It's a celebration of geekdom, but to be truly effective, everyone has to watch it, you know. And so that's why all the kind of geekdom is on the walls. It's not in the script, you know. So I hope it's all accurate. I think it may not be. There's little things that are off. There's things I'm sure people are going, that wouldn't be in there, or that's wrong, and stuff like that. But I can't really spend all my time trying to get absolutely everything right on the set. But you know, every series we're going to keep adjusting and make it so that, you know, on the last series we'll have an office that really, really works. But I have to say I'm very happy with it this time, because it's got that comic shop messy, jumbly feeling that I was really looking for, and you know, I think we're close. The better the set looks, the better the show's getting as well.